Welcome back to Live Alive. This is a YouTube channel for news, stories, and analysis surrounding Liverpool Football Club. I will update new video every day. Like, subscribe and turn on notifications to support me. Liverpool face another Saudi raid as Fabinho's club are confident of signing Mohamed Salah. Liverpool have already been the subject of a double Saudi Pro League raid this summer, which has significantly disrupted their transfer window, and now the Saudis want more. Mohamed Salah is attracting plenty of interest from Al-Ittihad, and new reports from France claim a move is firmly on the cards. Jurgen Klopp was keen to rebuild his midfield this summer around a select group of experienced leaders, allowing 3 players to depart as free agents to create space in the squad. Alexis Mac Allister and Dominic Szoboszlai were signed as replacements, but Liverpool quickly found themselves requiring further reinforcements in that department. Both Jordan Henderson and Fabinho declared that they wanted to move to the Middle East after interest arose and Klopp permitted them to go. But that has left the Reds short of experienced depth in midfield. Wataru Endo has since been signed as a quick fix, with Klopp the driving force behind signing the ex-Stuttgart star. However, Klopp may soon need to find another quick fix in the final third, as reports are emerging that Al-Ittihad are growing in confidence that they can sign Salah in the coming weeks. According to Sports Zone, talks between the Egypt international and the Saudi Pro League side are progressing well, and they believe that a deal can be wrapped up before their transfer window closes on September 20th. The positivity of the negotiations has created a sense of belief within the Al-Ittihad ranks, and optimism levels are rising as a result. Reports have speculated that Salah could be more inclined to leave Liverpool in 2024 in favor of joining Fabinho at the Saudi Arabian side. But a deal is said to be looking plausible imminently, though it remains to be seen what price tag Liverpool slap on the forward in order to deter interest. Salah has scored 1 and assisted 1 so far this season, though his reaction to being substituted off against Chelsea did raise eyebrows on the opening weekend of the campaign. The forward trudged off of the pitch whilst tearing off his wrist tape and throwing it at the ground, before continuing his tantrum on the bench after walking past an emotionless Klopp. Given that Salah has been one of Liverpool's most impressive players since returning to the Premier League, a minor strop won't prompt the higher powers at Anfield to change their no-sale stance on the forward, but nonetheless the Saudis will hope it can help them pinch the Egyptian from the Premier League giants. His agent, Rami Abbasissa, said last month that the player is not moving this summer. If we considered leaving LFC this year, we wouldn't have renewed the contract last summer. Mohamed remains committed to LFC. 2 wingers tipped to replace Mohamed Salah at Liverpool. Saudi Arabian reports continue to claim that Salah is in talks with Pro League clubs about a move, despite the player's own agent, Rami Abbas, directly denying that possibility as recently as this month. However, with Salah over 30 and with just 2 years left on his contract, there are legitimate questions to be raised about his long-term Liverpool future. There is likely some succession planning going on at Liverpool, however. Preliminary and Calcio Mercato claim it involves Federico Chiesa and Leroy Sane. The report that Liverpool have highlighted Chiesa, 25, for next season, with a view to replacing Salah. Chiesa's Juventus contract also expires in 2025, and he has long been touted for a Premier League move. With Tottenham, Newcastle, and Manchester United all previous linked with the Euro 2020 winner, Calcio Mercato claim it's a ballot as to whether Chiesa or Sane, 27, Bayern Munich, inherits Salah's mantle at Anfield, with a move for one of the pair most likely happening in January or next summer. There are reasons to doubt Calcio Mercato's confident prediction of Liverpool's pre-selected transfer targets. While undoubtedly one of Europe's best wide men, Sane, whose Bayern deal also runs until 2025, will be 28 next year and is perhaps too old and expensive for Liverpool's recruitment strategy. Chiesa, though younger, has struggled with injuries and form recently and scored just twice in Serie A in 2022-23. Frankly, neither winger can hold a candle to Salah's goals and assists, but then again, very few can, and replacing his attacking output will be a conundrum for Liverpool to face when the Egyptian does eventually leave. Already on their books, the Reds currently have exciting Scottish teenager Ben Doak waiting in the wings, and there is a chance he could yet develop into a top talent. Meanwhile, Fabio Carvalho, loaned out to RB Leipzig for the season, is still a Liverpool player. Fabrizio Romano, done. LFC complete, talented midfielder, signing. In a strategic move, Liverpool have successfully finalised the signing of the promising 16-year-old midfielder, Trey Nyoni, from Leicester City. The Merseyside club has been known for its keen eye on young talents, and Nyoni is the latest addition to their youth ranks, esteemed journalist Fabrizio Romano took to Twitter to confirm the young midfielder's move to Liverpool. His tweet read, "Done. Completed. Midfielder born in 2006, Trey Nyoni, makes his move from Leicester to Liverpool." Such endorsements from respected figures in the football journalism world only add to the anticipation surrounding Nyoni's potential. Insights from the secret scout suggest that Nyoni is set to integrate directly into Liverpool's U18 squad. While the Anfield faithful might be yearning for a marquee midfield signing, the club's commitment to nurturing young talent is evident. Liverpool's recent history showcases their success in integrating young talents into the senior setup. Names like Ben Doak, Kate Gordon, and Harvey Elliott come to mind. All these players joined the Reds at the age of 16 and have since made their mark in senior football. Elliott's journey, in particular, stands out, highlighting the opportunities that lie ahead for young talents at Liverpool. While it's early days, and comparing every young talent to Harvey Elliott might be premature, Liverpool's scouting department has a reputation for identifying potential stars. If they've seen something in Nyoni, it's a sign of the youngster's potential. Nyoni will find himself in good company at Liverpool. The academy's recent recruit, Irishman Trent is another name creating ripples. The 17-year-old recently had his first taste of senior training. For now, the focus for Nyoni would be to acclimatise to his new surroundings and showcase his talent. He's certainly a player Liverpool supporters should monitor closely in the coming years. Liverpool beating Tottenham in the race for left-sided centre-back. It wouldn't be a transfer window without hundreds of names being bandied around, but one of the most recent rumoured Liverpool targets appears to be edging a little closer to making his move to Merseyside. Speaking on the Last Word on Spurs podcast, journalist Ben Jacobs said, "The last name that I would mention on the centre-back, even though I think it's more potentially Liverpool and still very possibly West Ham, is Piero Hincapié as well." The journalist explains, "He's a left-sided centre-back with very high potential, good experience, and Tottenham have certainly run the numbers and data on him. I don't think at this stage they've added him to the shortlist, but he might be a name to watch as far as moving to the Premier League over the coming weeks. I don't think it's accurate at this stage to say that Spurs are in the race, but keep an eye on that point I said before about what if you miss out on one target. Who do you pivot to in the last hours of the window, and that's where you might get some surprises. But I'm told if it is to be a Premier League club, the player would love Liverpool, but they aren't fully sold, and West Ham, who missed out on Harry Maguire, are still another club to watch. It seems then that we can add Piero Hincapié to the list of potential targets, even with this small amount of time left in which we have to complete any further transfer business." It has been reported in the player's native nation of Ecuador that Jurgen Klopp was interested in signing the player, and that a bid of $45 million could be enough to prize him away from the Bundesliga. Given the fact that the 21-year-old plays for Bayer Leverkusen, we can assume that Georg Schmadtke's ties to the league will mean that he has the inside scoop on how good of a player the defender really is. Add in the fact that Xabi Alonso is his current manager too, then we may well stand a good chance of securing the services of someone who could help us out in an area of real weakness. The lack of a left-sided centre-back has worried many of our supporters, but this signing could add some long-term stability to that role, should the recruitment staff think he's the right man for the job. And that's the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support me.